can ask you not to point that camera at me, though, if you don't mind.
Sir, you're a public official.
Sir, do not be videoing my officer. You need to turn your video camera off.
No, sir.
Yes, you do. You're on government property.
Yes, I know that.
And you cannot record him.
There's actually a policy pertaining to this. This is the DHS memo from 2018 about photography and videography in publicly accessible areas on federal property.
This is for news, advertising, or commercial purpose.
I'm news purpose.
Okay, you got.
At exactly 12:46 p.m. on May 16th, outside the DHS Immigration and Customs Enforcement building on 512th Street Southwest, a simple act of public photography spiraled into an unexpected confrontation. Within minutes, Paragon Systems officer Michelle Angelo Jenkins escalated the situation, attempting to stop the recording, allegedly striking the camera, and later withholding the auditor's document. When FPS Officer Patterson, badge 1263, arrived, the contrast in professionalism became unmistakable. So here's the question: what truly happens when a citizen stands firm on documented federal policy and the officers enforcing it do not understand it? Follow Mr. Write Downs like this, and thank you to the original channel. Make sure to follow their work as well.
Sorry? I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Taking pictures, you gotta stay on the sidewalk. You cannot do it on this government property.
Any public area, I can do it.
I said, you take pictures, but you gotta do it on the sidewalk.
Actually, any public area. The DHS issued a memo in 2018 that any public area within a federal facility can be taken photos and videos of for news purposes.
But you can't take no government property.
As long as it's not restricted government property, I can. So this isn't restricted, so I can take photos here.
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a copy of the memo right here for you if you'd like.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Side hold.
How you doing, sir?
How's it going?
Good.
All right.
Can I help you?
Nope, nothing I need help with other than your officers seem to not know that I can take pictures in public areas.
Well, you're on the government side. The public space is on the other side
Right,
of
so
the areas.
any area on federal property that's not restricted, DHS issued a memo in 2018. I've got a copy of it right here. Any area that is not specifically restricted, I actually can take photos and video.
I have no problem with you doing that.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
But the line is on the other side of the barrier. Actually, you're on the government side.
Right. But what I'm saying is that even though I am on federal property, it's not restricted federal property, so I can take photos and video here.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if there's a lobby in there that's before, like...
Well, you can't go to the lobby
So,
unless you have a...
is the lobby restricted?
That's what I'm telling him. He said he got some papers.
Call FPS. Call
FPS.
I mean, FPS is going to tell you the same thing that I'm going to tell you,
You
because...
have to go on no side of the ballot.
No, ma'am, I
Call
don't.
FPS.
You want to read
No.
the DHS memo?
I do not.
All right, so you don't want to know your own policy?
We'll call FPS.
Is it unauthorized video?
Yes,
10-4 on the government property side.
on the government side.
Sir, I've got the policy right here if you'd like to read it.
I don't need to read it.
All right. I mean, I'm happy to talk to FPS, but...
I can tell you where our property line is. You're on private property, government property.
Right, government property is not private property, and there is a policy pertaining to this.
A federal facility isn't off limits to cameras when you're in a publicly accessible area. At 512th Street SW, an auditor exercises his First Amendment right to record on federal property. Security immediately intervenes, wrongly asserting he must stay on the sidewalk and stop filming. despite offering a printed 2018 DHS memo which explicitly states filming is permitted in unrestricted areas. The officers ignore the law. One guard refuses to read the policy, highlighting a common disconnect. Policy enforcers unaware of the policy. There is no reasonable expectation of privacy in public, especially for officials. This is not a crime scene and there's no... The auditor is correct. Citizens should stand firm and document these interactions to ensure accountability.
I can ask you not to point that camera at me though, if you don't mind.
Sir, you're a public official.
Sir, do not be videoing my officer. You need to turn your video camera off.
No, sir.
Yes, you do. You're on government property.
Yes, I know that.
And you cannot record him.
There's actually a policy pertaining to this. This is the DHS memo from 2018 about photography and videography in publicly accessible areas on federal property.
It said for news, advertising, or commercial
Yep,
purpose.
I'm news purpose.
Okay, you got news identification?
I don't need to provide you a press pass, sir.
You cannot be out here. Matter of fact, right now, you shouldn't be videoing me.
Oh, sir, that's not acceptable.
It's not accepting you videoing me either.
Yes.
No, it's not.
There is no expectation of privacy in public, and furthermore, you're being paid with our tax dollars.
I'm not paying with your tax dollars, sir. I don't work for you.
Yes, but you are working for U.S. Department of Homeland
No,
Security.
I don't work for them either.
Your agency is contracted by them. Your office is contracted by them, and furthermore, even if you're not a public official yourself, you are in public. So it doesn't matter who it is. You could be a private citizen as long as you're in public.
Did he call FPS? Okay.
All right, so I provided him with a copy of the memo. He's taking inside, I'm sure, to take a look at.
Officer Michelangelo Jenkins demands the auditor to stop filming, claiming that recording on government property is not allowed. However, this contradicts DHS Directive 47-1, which explicitly allows photography for news purposes in publicly accessible federal spaces. The auditor lawfully declines to present press credentials, protected under the First Amendment, and rightfully states that public officials have no expectation of privacy in public. Jenkins' refusal to accept this and his misrepresentation of policy reflects a clear abuse of authority. This is not a crime scene, and the auditor poses no threat. When contracted officers override constitutional protections, it becomes a case of policy enforcer versus the law. Citizens must assert their rights calmly, with documentation, and always record public officials in public space.
And he actually battered me and touched my camera, closed it. All right, Michelangelo Jenkins.
No, it ain't no mistake, sir.
Michelangelo. All right, you know you can't just go up and grab people's stuff and batter me like that.
I did not grab anything while you got your camera towards.
Yes, I have your camera, my camera towards you. It's not illegal.
You're not supposed to be baby. Ain't nobody in security knows to put you whatsoever.
Sorry? What did you just say? Mr. Jenkins, I just provided you the copy of the memo that...
I would get a copy of FPS when they come.
Yes, I'm saying that I'm fully within...
Commander Powell.
May I get my copy back to show to them?
I will give it to them myself, sir.
So now you're withholding my property from me? Sir, I provided you with that and now I'm asking it back. It wasn't for you to keep.
I would give it to the law enforcement official when they arrive.
It's my property and I would like it back. I'm happy to give it to them myself. You can't withhold my property from me.
I'm going to give it to the official when he shows up.
I'm asking for you for it back and you're withholding it from me. Mr. Jenkins, you can't do that.
I decided to keep it, sir.
Yes, but you are withholding it from me right now when I'm requesting it back. So I would like it back.
I will give it to the law official when he shows up, sir.
Sir, you're withholding my property from me. You battered me, grabbed my camera, now want to withhold my property from me? FPS wasn't interested, I guess.
Officer Michelangelo Jenkins, employed by Paragon Systems, physically interferes with the audit by grabbing and closing the auditor's camera, an act that could legally constitute battery under common law. He then withholds the auditor's DHS memo, refusing to return it even after multiple requests. Under Fourth Amendment protection, this is a clear violation, the seizure of property without consent, a warrant, or conference cause. The auditor, calm but assertive, highlights that Jenkins has no legal authority to confiscate personal documents. This isn't a crime scene, there is no lawful detainment, and Jenkins is not law enforcement. Misusing authority in this way reflects a systemic problem. Contracted officers overstepping legal boundaries. Citizens must record, document, and demand accountability.
Thank you. Yep, it's your right and it's my right too. Now, how would you feel if I came up and grabbed your camera from you? You'd probably press charges, right? Yeah? I'll be having a word with Paragon Systems about you, and I'll be having a word with Homeland Security and FPS if they ever show up. All right, so here we are.
Thanks so much. Are we going there?
No, but where was he at?
Alright, so that gentleman's name is L. Simonson.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad. How are you doing today?
Sorry.
Officer Patterson?
Yep. Badge number 1263.
Appreciate that.
All right, so you have every right to videotape, right? We have. Only thing is, we need to keep you on this side of the fence. So
You mean of the bollards there?
ballards is the boundary.
Okay, so actually, any public area within any federal space, here's your memo. Any public area within any federal space, aka any area that's not other side, aka any area that's not specifically restricted.
Okay.
I am allowed to videotape and photograph for news purposes, so I can go there. I could even go in the lobby and photograph and videotape as long as it's before a security checkpoint.
It is signage there, though. Notification on the door.
That says no photography.
You're good.
All right. Well, I'll go in the foyer and check that sign inside, but yeah, any public space.
Okay, I'm saying you can. You're good. You can film if you have the right to.
Right.
You have the right to see.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So they call me. I have to show up. And
I know how it is.
okay.
Sorry for wasting your time. He grabbed my camera and he closed it, and he could have damaged it. I don't think it's damaged, but I won't know
I
till
don't
like.
think it's damaged.
Well, but the point is he battered my
If it's
camera.
damaged, then you come back. We'll make a report. All right.
All right. I mean, battery doesn't necessarily include damage.
I got it, but if he did, no harm, no foul, right?
I mean, what if he does that to someone and there is harm? You see my point, right?
But there's a benefit to negative
Right.
interaction.
There's a monetary benefit to negative interactions, right?
Exactly.
And there are a lot of people who do what I do who will be very provocative
Yeah.
in various ways.
Correct.
I tend to shy away from that because if I give if I give public officials a neutral set of circumstances, you know, the most neutral I can make it, just someone filming in public areas, and I'm polite with them, then any egg on their face is one that they smashed there themselves.
Officer Michelangelo Jenkins receives a D for his conduct physically interfering, withholding documents, and dismissing federal policy. His actions reflect a lack of legal understanding and a clear abuse of position. The auditor, by contrast, earns an A, remaining calm, citing law, and standing firm on his constitutional rights without provocation. This video is a textbook example of ID refusal in action, knowing the law, refusing unlawful demands, and filming responsibly. Remember, asserting your rights is not aggression, it's protection. Always record in public, carry copies of relevant policies, and stay respectful. For more ID refusal breakdowns, subscribe to Mr. Right ID Refusal and support the original channel that captured this essential moment of public accountability. First Amendment right to record public officials in public spaces. Fourth Amendment protection from unlawful search and seizure. DHS Directive 47-1/2018 permits photography in unrestricted federal areas. No ID laws, no obligation to identify without reasonable suspicion of a crime.